Welcome to today's experiment, Paraffin Wax versus Eco Soya Wax. Which is better for making fire starters? Let's find out. I got myself a couple of empty coffee cans, marked a P on one for paraffin and marked a S on the other for soya, just so I don't get confused. And then it was time to load them up. Well, sort of filled them up. I put a candle in one and then the pellets went in the other one and made a mess all over the place. But not to worry, we'll gloss over that. Let's carry on. In order to melt the wax, I got out my little BRS stove. He's small but powerful and mighty. But he's got surprisingly quite a good low simmer flame on him as well, which may surprise a lot of people. It was then just a case of whacking the wax on top and watching it melt down. For today's test subjects, we've got a couple of pieces of corrugated cardboard and a couple of cotton pads. If you've made fire starters yourself with wax and cardboard and cotton pads, etc., you know exactly what I'm doing. I've heated up the wax and then it's a case of having a quick dip. Not too much, just a quick dip. Wait for it to dry. And then repeat the process on the other side. Of course, there's other ways of doing this. You could get something and put it in the bottom and then just pour the wax over the top. But as I've got coffee tins this shape, I just cracked on in the way that I thought best. So then it was just a case of repeating the process with the soya wax. Watching the soy pellets gradually melt away was just so mesmerizing. It was so satisfying to watch until I realized I was rather close and getting a bit high. Then it was the exact same process for the soya wax. Dip it, leave it, dip the other one, leave it. When it was dry enough, turn them round and dip them again and wait for them to dry. I realised that to get a result from this experiment, I didn't need a whole pad or a whole piece of cardboard, so I cut them both in half. With the preparation done, it was then time to start the experiment for real. You can guess what's going to happen next. I light the pair of them. Eventually, I must say the soya wax is a lot more crumblier than what the paraffin wax is. It's a bit stiffer. It soon became apparent that the paraffin burns much quicker. Now, is this a good thing or a bad thing, I wonder? Do we want a lot more flame for a quicker burn? Or do we want less flame for a longer burn? I'm not quite sure which one's the best for fire starters. Cotton pads were next. The one on the left, which was impregnated with paraffin wax. Impregnated. I'm not sure that's the best way to go about describing that, with me impregnating some cotton pad. But anyway, we'll go with it. On the left, the paraffin wax is much larger, and he burns away so much quicker. And on the right, the soya pad was smaller, and he's burning slower. For this experiment, size is really not important. It was just the way I cut the cotton pads. At the beginning of this process, I wasn't sure that there would be any difference at all. But the results speak for themselves. And by the way, the soy wax on the right hand side eventually fizzled out rather than burn completely. So there you have it, paraffin wax versus soya wax. Which one's best for fire starters? I'll let you decide.